And now, the Kill or Be Killed podcast with Damian Ross, founder and master instructor of the Self-Defense Company.
Okay, cool. What's going on, man?
What's going on, buddy?
I am in the middle of, we just got back from family vacation and then shipping kids off to college. And come this time next Monday, I will be officially an empty nester.
Fucking awesome.
It is. It's weird. It's strange. So
are you mentally prepared for it? Because that's like a big fucking change.
I have no clue. I have no idea what to expect.
I'll be getting weird calls and messages from you, just all fucking lonely and shit.
Right. Angela will wind up hanging me. Like shit.
You're gonna start learning to fucking crochet or fucking origami or some shit.
I think I want to learn how to play the drums.
Really?
I do. I have no idea. I will most likely bionically suck, and I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I have no idea. I just I play air drums real well.
Awesome.
We'll see what happens with that. So one of the things I want to talk about, or what I want to talk about today, is just a hate mail special on body armor.
Awesome.
Yeah,
we haven't had many of those, have we?
No, we haven't. It's been interesting. So I'm going to share this with you, and we'll go back. So we started running this ad. Why every teacher needs a bulletproof backpack. Primarily off of obviously the reality of school shootings, and we've been supplying armor to. Right now, we're getting in the realm of hundreds, almost 1,000 schools that are protected, that are getting these for their resource officers and for their staff and their teachers. Specifically, the Texas Guardian program.
Yep.
Because that's a program where it's government funded. They train the teachers to carry a firearm. And in addition, those teachers want some body armor. The backpack works great for a number of reasons. One is that it gives you instant front and back protection. Two is if there's a, let's say there's a fire alarm, false alarm, and it's not a clear active shooter threat. So if it's a fire alarm, you're going to evacuate. You're not going to shelter in place like you would an active shooter alert.
Yep.
So you would put your backpack on. You wouldn't deploy it. No need to. And then you go out in the hallway. Only if and when there was an issue, you would deploy the backpack and then seek proper position. If you can't get back to your classroom, to shelter in place, which is the absolute best place to be in a school, in an active shooter situation. I mean, people think is like, they'll just shoot the door off the hinges. The doors are very, very tough. Even your basic school door, it's not going to fly off the hinges. Even with you emptied a whole, 50 round mag of an AR at the lock, it's very, very difficult. Very difficult. So, it's really for when the teacher's caught unaware, right? And is stuck doing something like in Stoneman Douglas, where, the assistant football coach and another teacher went out to confront the shooter and got hammered in the, and got shot in the chest. The woman, the young female teacher up in Sandy Hook, who went out to confront the shooter and got killed. At least these people will have some sort of protection against it. And this is a level of protection that is a multi-layer approach. You launch this product and you think, yeah, all right, I get it. People are like, oh, it's a shame we have to do this stuff. Well, this is the reality we fucking live in.
Exactly.
Right? People getting shot. Guns aren't going anyplace. Evil finds a way. There's 300 million guns in the US. So even if you stopped all the guns right now and just banned them, people are going to find them. Heroin's illegal. I can still get heroin. Right. So, of course, we can get into, there's other problems like obesity and medical, medical malpractice or medical mistakes, which infinitely kill more people than guns do every fucking day. But it's not, it's not something that we want to talk about. We want to talk about specifically body armor and how, there's like this weird reaction to it. And I like to call, they're body armor Karens. There are people who are, that are like, oh, it's a shame we live in a world. Yeah, okay, great. I get it. But what are you fucking doing about it? Right?
Yeah.
Or you're profiting off this. I'm like, bro, do you get mad at, the umbrella maker for making an umbrella when it rains, right? I'm like, or you get pissed at your oncologist for making money and earning a good living for helping you with your cancer. Right?
Yeah, or the farmer that makes a little extra food money because he fucking feeds you. Like, come on.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, honestly, we're obviously in this to make money, but at the same time, we're providing a real solution that actually stops bullets from going into you, as opposed to whatever bullshit gun control law you're going to go and try to pass to ban whatever. They're still going to find ways to kill you. 100%. So, this is again, so, you got that anti-gun, they just want to get rid of all guns. It's the only solution. Anything less is ridiculous. The fact that I'm suggesting, to wear body armor is somehow, offering a solution that will allow them to keep guns from the anti-gun perspective. There's only one solution. And that's get rid of all guns. The fact of the matter is, you can't, you won't, and it's not happening anytime soon. Even if exactly. What's happening now? Again, this is part of a multi-layer system with proper security for schools, alarms, armed security. There's a multitude of layers. This is just one extra thing to keep your students and you and your teachers safe. Yeah. I mean, I know we focus on schools, but more active shooters incidents and more random violence happens at retail locations where there are crowds of people and festivals than there is at schools. Schools, obviously, it's just awful because there's children involved. Adults, we don't give that too much shit about. We don't care. It's still a shame, but we don't freak out as much. Again, so protecting active shooter situations in this particular instance, where we're like, every teacher needs a backpack, a bulletproof backpack, and they do. I'm sorry. If you're serious about protecting them, help them get them protected. So that's the anti-gun camp. The other one, which is surprising, are the gun people.
Really?
Yes, as we'll see in the comments here, because they're like, you need armed security. No one's saying you don't need a good guy with a gun.
Yeah.
But they seem to think that they're so fucking freaked out about Second Amendment rights and carrying a firearm that even to suggest, there's somehow that wearing body armor, then you don't need a fucking gun.
Oh my God.
Right? So, I just, again, trying to wrap my head around this stuff where you're like, dude, bad guys shoot back. Cops wear body armor for a reason. And by the way, it's like 3 or 4 times, I don't have the statistic, I wrote a post on it, you're more likely to get shot as a civilian than you are a cop, like per, 1,000 people. Mm-hmm. It just happens, they don't, cops do get assassinated and targeted. That happens. But again, looking at the raw data and the chances of you as a civilian getting shot is greater than if you were a cop. Yet all cops wear body armor.
Yep.
And you're like, so let me fucking regroup my shit because I lose my mind.
Here we go. Let's see Karen here.
Thank you. So gun people, the only answer is a firearm. That's it. And
anti-gun people, the only answer is get rid of them all.
Get rid of them all, right? So there's no solution. There's solutions either the gun or no gun.
Yep.
And all we're saying is like, look, people get shot. This stops bullets. So you might want to consider it on both camps. And I will say, like, if you're thinking that you're going to use your gun against an active shooter, which is a great thing to prepare for, the active word here is shooter.
Yeah.
He's shooting. You would think that you would, on some level, want to have some type of protection in the off chance that you get shot in a vital area.
And you know, and let's pretend, okay, that all schools do have, you know, armed security, one or two people or whatever. What about all the other teachers? What about all the other students that, you know, are at risk? Are we going to fucking arm them too? Like,
right. You know, if you
little Johnny, little 7-year-old Johnny, gonna be running around with a fucking AR?
Right. Well, according to me, hell yeah. And I don't know why I do Southern accent with that.
Yeah. We'll give them all fucking guns.
But I can't help it. You know, it's just, that's what it is. I'm like, it's awful. But yes. So, you know, we're going to, you know, the fact that, you know, we're saying that, you know, body armor, then we don't need gun control and we don't need to have people armed is ludicrous. It's ludicrous. You know, then there's also, you know, they think, you know, both of them are thinking that body armor is the complete solution to all active shooter situations, you know, which is clearly ridiculous.
Yeah.
All it is stopping you from getting shot in an area where you're most likely to die if you get hit. So then there's people who just want to simply justify the reason for not getting it or buying it. And it's the same people who justify not having to prepare for self-defense. It's the same people who, you know, go about their lives. Well, I don't go into these areas. Why would I need that? Why would I do that? I don't go to these, you know, harder. I go, yeah, I'm like, we have a name for these people. They're called fucking victims.
Yeah.
Right. So if you don't prepare, you will be a victim. You've got a chance of being a victim. If you prepare, you have a significantly less chance of becoming a victim. So, you know, the people are like, well, I don't go into those areas. I'm like, Columbine's a nice area. Where Stoneman Douglas was in the Coral Gables area, beautiful area. Garden State Plaza is in the middle of a nice area. It's not in the middle of a ghetto. I mean, granted, it's, you know, there's a lot of gang activity there because there's access to people, but, you know, it's access, you know, people from there have access to that. But it's a place where you go. Commuting, you know, and mass transit is not, you know, a bad area per se. Now, if I want to, you know, get a high body count of people I fucking hate, or people who I think deserve it, I'm going to go to Penn Station and start lighting up a subway.
Yep.
Right? Which has happened multiple times. You know, so to sit there and think like, I don't live in these areas, and look, maybe you don't. Maybe you're in the middle of nowhere. God bless you. You know, but if you're going to places where, if you're going to movie theaters, if you're going to concerts, if you're going, you know, this is something you should seriously consider. You know,
fuck, if you're going to work.
Right, work. I'm like, holy shit. I said, you know, you're commuting, you know, you're going, you know, you're walking through areas with large groups of people, you know, where they can get a high body count. Yeah, it's gonna happen. So, and that's where it happens. I mean, nightclubs. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You know,
sporting events, concerts, like, yeah.
Right. So, you know, as we're saying, it's part of a multi-layer system that's supposed to work with security, firearms, gun laws, and of course, body armor. It's not replacing all that. It's not a panacea. It's just something to help give you an added layer of protection against the unlikely chance that you are facing a violent criminal with a gun. So,
you know what? It's almost like wearing, you know, protective equipment in football or fucking hockey or whatever, right? It's going to give you a better chance of not getting fucking annihilated when you get hit. It's not going to solve all your problems.
Right.
But it's going to help.
You know, and the question is, it's like, you know, when you're thinking about these things, you go, what if you choose to confront the shooter, which, by the way, is the only way. Stopping the shooter as fast as possible is the only way to stop loss of life. All right, continue to let them shoot and reload and continue to shoot and get a body count up. The longer they do it, the more people die.
Yep.
So if you are compelled to move forward and attack these people, a lot of people are doing it without any armor whatsoever. So at least now you have an option for literally a few $100s. It's ludicrous.
Yeah.
So the question you have to ask yourself is, does body armor work? Right? So, you will, you could say, I could sit here and say all you want, but, the reality is if it doesn't stop, if it doesn't work during violent crimes, what good is it? So
Exactly.
There's an article, and I'll post a link. It's from Police One. It's basically, it says that you are 75% more likely to survive a gunshot wound to the torso if you're wearing body armor. So that's 3 to 4 times more likely to survive if you're wearing body armor. Also say that officers got shot in the torso 50% of the time. So the rest is arms, legs, and of course head. Obviously, if you get shot in the head, chances your survival rate goes down, but still survivable depending on where you get hit.
Yeah.
So very low percentage to get shot in the head. Obviously, it happens, guys. There's no guarantees any of the shit. So let's just look at this. So if you're 3 to 4 times more likely to survive getting shot in the torso, where you will get shot 50% of the time, what does that mean? So half the time. So look, you increase your chances by 2, right? So you're twice as likely to survive a gunshot wound than if you're not wearing it. So,
yeah,
I'm going to tell you one thing that is 100% sure. 100% of the victims who died in active shooter events and who died facing gun violence were not wearing body armor. Let me say that again. 100% of the people who died in an active shooter event or died facing a gun were not wearing body armor.
Yep.
Okay, so do you want to increase your chances by 2? Do you want to cut those, those fatalities that happened in half or more, or not? So if I said to you, bro, I mean, look, and I'm going to say like fatal gunshot wounds. So you're talking about like you get hit in the leg, unless you get hit in the femoral artery and bleed out, unless you get hit in the brachial artery and bleed out, but you can, do a tourniquet, you can triage it. Most of these are survivable gunshot wounds.
Yep.
So really it's concerned with the head and neck and torso, really. So,
yep.
So we're talking about getting shot, not fatal. So the number is probably actually greater of, considering when you consider fatal gunshot wounds versus non-fatal gunshot wounds. And I don't have that information. So, but even if you doubled your chances of survival, isn't it worth it?
Fucking 100%. Yeah.
Right. I mean, no brainer. If I say there's a 50-50 chance, there's the 200% chance that I win at this fucking blackjack, table, I'm fucking going.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going all in. So, that's the real question. So does it work? Yes, it does work.
Well, I mean, if it didn't fucking work, cops all over, fucking armed guards all over, wouldn't be fucking wearing it. So,
well, if you, I'm not going to read the whole article, but if you do read that, read that article, it says that like 30% of the cops that got shot, that died, weren't wearing body armor. and the number of fatalities for law enforcement continues to go down, but there's still guys that don't wear body armor and, still go out and shit happens and they get fucking shot. So, now let's go into, so this time let's take a look at our comments again, because they're fucking great. All right. So I got a first one from Vicky. We live in such a scary world. I can't imagine people wanting to kill children or anybody for that matter. Of course, Vicky. I mean, look, here's another thing. It sounds like a very sweet person who, just doesn't want to think about this stuff. And I get it. But the fact is, people kill people all the time. This is the world we live in. So grow the fuck up. Sorry. Yeah. Here's Russell, Russell. Nah, I'm good. Whatever. Kiara Banks, only in America. Not really true, Kiara. Do a little research. In fact, what you're saying, what do you say to the China? Just happened in China at a school, a mass stabbing where like 20 kids got stabbed.
Yeah.
So this guy, Ted Thompson, who's freaking great. He's like, every school needs a proper security team. I'm like, agreed. Like, this is only part of a multi-layered approach. And then, okay, so then he puts this here, the guy with the backpack. I'm like, I don't understand it.
Okay. Doofy. That's from like Scary Movie, fucking Doofus or whatever.
Right. So Joe Coates writes, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone. Again.
Oh.
So one, it's not. Two, again, it's part of a full protection system. Three, we just said it will increase your chances of surviving a fatal gunshot wound like by double.
Oh, Band-Aid on a broken bone. That's awesome.
I'm like, these people are like, so, these people are just like, it's, dude, you think a fire extinguisher is going to fucking put out a major fire?
Jesus Christ.
Right? Do you think, Jesus fucking Christ. Again, America. What happened to this guy? Where'd he go? He had some other stupid shit. I think he deleted his replies.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I think he did, because he was talking about like, how's Vegas? And it wasn't. How do I view these? I'm freaking okay. Most relevant. Let me just say. Okay, we go all comments. All right. I mean, look, because guns are more important than kids. I don't even know. And of course, he's got the Ukraine flag there, so he's an asshole. Because guns are more important than kids.
Is he saying that we're selling guns or like what?
Right. I don't understand what you're saying. Right. I don't understand the comment. So again, this is someone thinking that, oh, well, we're going to keep the guns, so you might as well get a bulletproof backpack. If we get bulletproof backpack, then, people want to keep their guns. I don't fucking know.
The six people who like that, are they all fucking Ukraine flags?
Again, here we go. Every teacher needs and should be armed. Yeah, no one's saying that, but you should also have fucking body armor as well. Or maybe we just have sensible gun laws. By the way, we have gun laws. Outlaw. Yeah. We don't live in a scary world. We live in a place where a lot of people have mental issues. Yeah, that's true, but then that doesn't make them less dangerous.
Yeah.
Sad days for America. We must tolerate. Some may believe we must tolerate mass shootings. Again, this has nothing to do with what we're fucking saying. Not allowed a Nazi New York civilian, no right to protect themselves. That's true, Rick. She needs a helmet too, though.
Right, oh my God.
Go right ahead. I say a gun first. Yeah, right, Brian, but not everybody wants to carry a gun, and bad guys still shoot. Again, the active the part is active shooter here. Again, Laura Wood, oh, please. Okay, so don't prepare. Don't, what do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Again, here we go. What they do is be armed. No one is a bull except 30 million illegal. I think there we go. This is another fucking guys. And again, you know what's trolls and what's not. I can't tell if this is satire or real life anymore.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude. If they're walking,
That might work if they're what? If they're walking into or out of
nurses, I'd be concerned with my kiddos. That might work if they're walking into or out of school. Yeah, correct. Teachers, nurses, I'd be more concerned with my kiddos. Okay, I don't know what that means. Then every kid does first, sure. Again, here's a chance to post a shitty Joe Biden meme. People weren't allowed to own mass killing machines. There'd be no need for teachers to. So you're saying all guns because the handguns are still the preferred, the preferred method of, use an active shooter. I got just thinking about ARs and crap. But tell me this is a joke. I don't understand. Stop. What a load of crap. Stop flooding my feed.
Oh my God.
Impossible. We have signs up. That's funny. Yeah, right. But you go non-biased falsified program, maybe they would need to worry about things. I mean, it's just like such a platform for people, to just get on their thing, get on their high horse. Fucking sad. Can't someone's marketing seriously cringe or this is a joke again. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. It's just all the same crap, where people are just, thinking about when there's fear, there's their own agenda. None of these make any sense. It's really, nuts. If you think about arming a teacher, you should they should have body armor as well, because I don't know, if you're going into a gunfight, you need body armor.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about gun control laws, then okay, great. What do we do now? What's stopping people from getting killed now? What's going to increase their chances of survival? What do you propose other than posting your bullshit? And again, like there's other crap with Biden and I mean, yeah, I don't know what's real or what's not. If you think this is a joke, you know what, asshole, Sean Lindley, tell that to the people of fucking Sandy Hook. Tell that to the people of Uvalde. Yeah. Tell that to people of Stoneman Douglas if it's a fucking joke. Tell that to people to Virginia Tech. Tell the people of Columbine this is a fucking joke. It happens. Again, it's part of a whole security. And again, teachers need guns. Dude, it's a volunteer situation. You can't force a teacher to have a fucking gun if they don't want it. If they want to carry a gun and do the training, great. But if they're, going to, sit there and think that everybody is going to, just arm themselves and fucking kick down the doors. I mean, not everybody's going to do it. In fact, with the program we're doing in Texas, more teachers want the bulletproof backpacks, rather than going through the training just because they want to have a little peace of mind. I mean, people are fucking crazy. They're crazy. Crazy.
Oh my God.
So, again, the fact is that, we offer a product that stops bullets. And if you're worried about gun violence, how worried are you about getting shot? Who are you worried about? You're about the kids? Great. Donate some body armor. Donate to get a school security officer in there. The answer is not more guns. Yeah, bullshit. Ask the Ukraine. The answer is not more guns. We're shipping billions of fucking guns over there.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars worth of armaments. Oh, yeah. More guns in the answer. Well, obviously, it is. So, you're worried about this. In the meantime, what are you going to do? It's like people get pissed that, we offer a solution to a violent situation. And that's like, what was my analogy? I'm like, they're getting pissed at me it's like getting pissed at the Band-Aid manufacturer for supplying your Band-Aids, or getting pissed at the knife that you got cut. I'm like, dude, there's a fucking problem. And people are scared, and people need all the protection that they can get. And this is just one more bit of protection. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Calm down, people. Just fucking calm down.
Yeah, right. Right. Exactly. So, I don't know.
I love it.
Yeah. So anyway, that being said, yeah, that's it. So you know what? We're going to continue to supply people who take their personal safety a little bit more seriously, a lot more seriously than you people who troll. Because again, this is the reality we live in. If you think that, if you think that you have to use your weapon to shoot an unarmed. You think you're going to use a weapon to shoot an armed individual for a justifiable shoot, and you don't think you're going to get shot at, good luck with that. If you think that gun violence is out of control and that innocent people are getting shot, well, how much you believe that? Because you're going out unprotected.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to the streets, you're going out, you're going to the mall. What are you doing? You're going to town, you're going to fucking fair. What are you doing?
Exactly.
So, you're not that worried. If look, I go, if I was seriously, concerned, if you're going into a place where you think people are going to be shooting you, the first thing they do is they hand you a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
If you can't carry, and then if you can carry a firearm, they give you a firearm. But if you can't, you're carrying a bulletproof vest. You got something on. So there you go. So anyway, I'll put the links in below for for the study, and you guys can have at it, do whatever, and take a look at that. But yeah, body armor works. Body armor saves lives, and we are helping people get safer and go about their business. Again, chances are still, look, it's not like 50% of the people, it's not like, everyone's going out and there's guns, there's violence, there's bullets flying around. But, if you go to a place where there's a lot of people, something you got to consider. My kids have them. My wife has it. I carry it. I do everything. If I carry a firearm, I'm carrying pepper spray, I'm carrying edge weapons, I'm carrying body armor. That's it. So anyway. All right, man. So that's it. All right,
all the fucking Karens.
Yes. So we're on again for next week, Thursday. This week we're off.
Yes.
I'm going to be down moving my kid into college, but then that'll be that. So again, everybody, thanks for hanging out. And until next time, train honestly.
And don't be a